Hello YouTube. I'm going to do a kind of a supplement video to my first toolbox tour. I'm going to go over my portable Craftsman 3-drawer rally box. Again, my toolbox tour I did like a month or two ago. My main toolbox right over here to our right. My Craftsman 6-drawer top chest was my toolbox after this. So this is my main toolbox. I got this toolbox, the top chest, about 1999, 2000. I got this toolbox, Christmas in 93, 94. So I've had this toolbox over 20 years, but for about 6-7 years, this was my main toolbox. And I had this thing full of, again, the tools that you see in my previous toolbox tour were in this box. But recently I got tired of swapping tools back and forth from the main box to this, going to tractor pulls, camping, whatnot. So what I did, just went to Home Depot, got some Husky, Harbor Freight, and some Pittsburgh, and just some less expensive tools. There's some Craftsman stuff still in here too, but I just want to go through here, give a quick little peek of what's in my mobile box here. Put this little hairpin clip to keep the latches. This thing weighs about 65 pounds, so sometimes the lid wants to pop up on you when you grab the handle. So dive right into the top of the box. Top tray up here. This is kind of the junk drawer, if you will. Just a bunch of random stuff up here. Not very well organized, but again, I do camping, travel trailer for our city water inlet, just some of the screen washer setups, cable repair kit, some Scotch-Brite pads, little bungee cords, Harbor Freight LED flashlight, one of the free ones, and just up in here, just nuts and bolts, some sealants, RTV, sealant, things down, electrical tape, and hose clamp, washers, and nuts, bolts, wire brush, air pressure, tire pressure gauge, tape measure, some spark plugs, again for the can do garden tractor pulling, so the small single engines that we use. A little utility knife up there. Again, just a little bit of randomness up here in the top tray, top of the box. And then we dig down, move my little Harbor Freight flashlights out of the way here. Go in the back of the box. Got an old, thanks to my grandfather, an old half-inch breaker bar. No name on it, but nice to have that in there. Breaking lug nuts loose on the side of the road, need be. Hopefully not. Pittsburgh pry bar. Pittsburgh 16-ounce ball peen hammer, fiberglass handle. Pittsburgh Pro half-inch drive, composite ratchet, 72 tooth, nice old ratchet. So a generic rubber mallet and one of the freebie Harbor Freight Centec multimeters. Going to the top drawer. Screwdrivers and some other sorted things up here. Screwdrivers that I have up here are the Craftsman, Phillips, and flat blade screwdrivers. Got a little like a palm ratchet, bit driver, quarter-inch drive ratchet setup. Couple pocket screwdrivers, and snap-on pocket screwdriver. Harbor Freight pick set. Craftsman metric hex key setup. Folding one. Then some SAE hex keys in this little holder here. In the back, magnetic pickup tool. Punch. Chisel, and a triangle file in the back there. And then I keep up here ratchets because my third drawer on the bottom got the sockets in it, and just easier to keep the ratchets up here, so that drawer's fairly full. A little quarter-inch Husky, got a little stubby ratchet, quarter-inch Pittsburgh, swivel, round head ratchet, nice little ratchet, and then a Craftsman, USA made Craftsman, actually rebuilt this ratchet. and a nice little ratchet. So 1/2 inch up there, 1/4 and 3/8. Little Craftsman pocket screwdriver setup, flathead and Phillips. Kind of nice, stick in your pocket for doing a tractor pull. I can add that to my pocket, doing trackside carb adjustments if need be. Kind of handy. And some zip ties down here in the bottom of the drawer, and just basically a no-name multi-tool Leatherman knockoff. The pliers on it, and then different tools in there. Just a generic multi-tool. Nothing fancy, but good to have it in the box anyway when needed. So that's our top drawer. We'll move down to the second drawer. This is where I got all my pliers and wrenches in here. Set up, I think 16-inch Husky, USA made Husky actually. Groove joint pliers, channel locks if you will, but these are technically groove joint pliers. So big set of Huskies. Got a smaller set of Pittsburghs. A set of, I think, Taiwanese or Korean made side cutters, dikes. Set of Craftsman Robo Grips. Not quite as nice as a standard issue vice grip, but it does the job. And again, there's just a on the road quick box to grab. Set of slip joint pliers. And a little set of little needle noses there. The wrenches in here are basically all Craftsman USA made. Got metric on this side, SAE over here. The metric Craftsman's here, they go from 6 up to 19 millimeter. I skipped 20 and I picked up this USA made Allen 21 millimeter. Again, 20 is not that common, so I wasn't worried about having that. But I actually got a Craftsman 19 millimeter industrial right there. So at least the wrenches basically are USA made. Got a metric on this side, keep the SAE stuff over here. I just got a random, who knows what brand it is, adjustable wrench, 10-inch adjustable wrench. But Craftsman USA made, I think 5/16, a 1/4 inch up through 15/16, I should say. Combination wrenches and a little set of the ignition wrenches. I know everybody hates those things, but they're there. Extra set of them, just toss them in there. So again, this is again on the road box. Try to keep a little bit of everything in here. So again, pliers and wrenches in that second drawer right there. And they'll move down to everybody's favorite drawer, right? Socket drawer at the third drawer here in the bottom of the box. Got to kind of divide up, try to keep it somewhat neat. Again, sort of the 3/8 stuff on this side, 1/4 inch drive stuff on this side. Got some, just went down to Home Depot, just looking for something inexpensive. The Husky stuff, it's nice stuff. You know, for often as these things see use. SAE, 6-point deep, 3/8 drive, 5/16 up to 7/8, and a Harbor Freight metal rail. Underneath those, my metric 3/8 drive, 6-point deep. Pittsburgh, mostly Pittsburgh, 10 through 17. It skipped over 18. Again, I hate the way some of the Harbor Freight sets skip some sizes, so threw an 18 in there. I got a Carlisle 18, then 19 and 21. Again, nothing fancy, just a 3/8 drive, 6-point deep, and metric, and the SAEs. Then the middle of the drawer here, got just a Pittsburgh 15/16 for the lug nuts in my Dodge Ram 3/4 ton pickup. So I can bust those loose with the breaker bar, and that I can break the lug nuts loose if I need to. We'll 1/2 inch drive extension. Another Pittsburgh 1/2 inch drive, wobble extension. 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive, the wobble extensions from Pittsburgh, down here in the middle. A Pittsburgh with 1 Carlisle, I believe that is 4 millimeter up to 10 millimeter, 3/8 drive hex. Get that Carlisle right there, 9 to kind of complete the set. A couple adapters on there, Pittsburgh stuff again. 3/8 to 1/2. 3/8 down to 1/4. Those guys sit right there. Got a Stanley, USA made Stanley, 1/2 inch drive down to 3/8. Got this is actually a Tecton, 3/8 drive universal, Pittsburgh 1/4" drive universal. Actually, no, Husky 1/4" drive universal. Another Pittsburgh extension down there in the back. A Craftsman 1 16 1/2" drive, 6-point shallow. This is for, again, I got a 27-foot travel trailer with a Suburban water heater in it. This is for the anode rod, so if I need to drain the water heater off for whatever reason when I'm out camping, got the socket, the right socket to do that without stripping that thing out. Don't want to do that. I'm just backing up the rest of the 3/8 stuff over here on this side, the metric stuff anyway. 10 millimeter up through 21. Just again, skip it over 20. This is Craftsman, China-made stuff for the most part. This is actually a made in USA 18, but again 10 up through 19. USA made also on that one. Then a MIT, Michigan International Tools, I think it is. Same people that makes the tech and stuff now. 21 mil 3/8. Some are 12 points, fewer 6 points, just kind of scattered. Again, on the road box. Not using this all the time, but it's there when I need it. Over to basically where the 1/4" stuff is. Down below here in the back, have Pittsburgh metric 1/4" drive, deep stuff, 6-point, going from 5 millimeter up to 14 millimeter. And then I have my SAE. This is a Husky set, 1/4" drive, 6-point again, 5/32 up through 1/2 inch, and then a Craftsman 9/16. Again, I do garden tractor pulling using Cub Cadets, old Cub Cadets. And these old Cub Cadets, you just pull them apart with a 1/2 inch and 9/16. Pretty much all you need, but this one I had that 9/16 on there to complete that set. 1/4" drive is nice stuff for when you're working on small engine stuff like we use. You're using Kohler single cylinder engines on most of our tractors, and 1/4" drive stuff is nice for working on small engines and whatnot. So then have the shallow 1/4" drive stuff here, metric 4 mil up through 14 mil, so 4 millimeter to 14 millimeter. Craftsman up through 10, then Napa Evercraft 11, 12, 13, and a Craftsman 14, all 6-point 1/4" drive shallow. There's a 1/4" SAE stuff, again, imported Craftsman, the China stuff, with a few Carlisles here on the end. The 7/16, 1/2 inch, and 9/16, again, all 6 points. But these Carlisles, again, folks, if you never tried any of the Carlisle sockets, they are nice stuff. They are made in Taiwan, but they are really nice quality. They are just nicely made socket, really sturdy. Again, still have a lifetime warranty, so definitely check those out. I know I've been around for a few years now, the Carlisle stuff, but definitely nice stuff to have. Again, I got a couple of the Carlisles in this set, but good stuff to have nonetheless. Then we have some Torx down here. Pittsburgh Torx T10 through T50, 1/4" drive, 3/8 drive on these Torx. And then on top of those, a Husky 3/8 drive hex bit set SAE. Got the Pittsburgh metrics over here. And got the Huskies over here for the SAE stuff. And again, we're going from 1/8 up to 3/8 on those SAE Torx. Hex bits, sorry. And then last set of sockets. Again, just some more 3/8 stuff. Got the 3/8 shallows up here in the front of the drawer. The metrics were over here. Got the standards in my hand here. Craftsman. These are actually some USA made Craftsmans. Actually, my grandfather's old set right here. It was a small little set that went from 3/8 up to 13/16. And I found, actually found it at a pawn shop, believe it or not, Silver Eagle 7/8 3/8 drive, 6-point shallow. So these are all 6 points, these SAEs, 6-point 3/8 drive sockets. Again, nothing fancy, nothing, again, I try to have more of the USA made stuff in my main box there. But again, this is just for, so I can just grab this box and go. I will take it to work with me. I work at a car dealership in the parts department, but I am allowed to use the lifts in the shop when they're not busy. So going to Saturday morning, I do a repair. You know, you can use the list at work. I'll bring this with me, this box. That way I don't bother the guys at work for their tools. They're usually generous and they'll let me dive into their boxes, but taking this with me, I don't have to use their stuff. I'll bring a couple air tools with me and I'm good to go. So again, this box pretty much goes with me wherever I go when I hit the road, family trip, camping, tractor pulling, and it's just a nice little box to have. It's again 22 years old, roughly 23 years old, that neighborhood, and this box has held up quite well over the years. Little Craftsman 3-drawer rally box. Again, thanks for watching. Again, my little companion video to my main toolbox tour. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Any questions, throw them down in the comments section. And have a good day, guys.